Welcome back to the Tom and Frenchy podcast. Exciting times.
We have a special guest. It is Luisa Dal Din. Is that how I pronounce it?
Dal Din?
Dal Din.
Dal Din.
It's actually Italian, but it doesn't look it, does it?
Sounds like something out of Game of Thrones.
I'm not going to lie. When I
Yeah.
first saw your
Dal
name,
Din.
I read it as Louis Aladdin or something. I was like, that sounds like a drug dealer.
Oh, yeah, because like if
It,
it's
like,
put
blurs.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, Luisa Dal Din.
Luisa Dal Din from the podcast We Mean Well. We had her offside Ajachi on a couple of weeks ago. She has graced us with her presence.
Yes.
That's how we say
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's the
You
one.
might have seen her on
Luisa.
TikTok. I always see you on TikTok. You're crushing it on
Yeah,
TikTok.
the chicken nugget video.
Chicken nugget video. We were talking about it. You've all come here to hear about it.
She got a million views eating a nugget.
I think it honestly was the crunch. Like there was like, you know when you get a good chicken nug
yeah.
and it's like a crunchy one? I like bit into it and it was like,
So you got those ASMR
yeah,
fans.
that's probably what hooked
Damn.
them in. It was like a 4-second video.
It does, like, because before the podcast started, she was telling us about how she got 1 million views for just eating a nugget. And initially I was skeptical, and then I'm thinking about, I'm just thinking about the nugget because everyone likes nuggets. So I'm thinking I would share
Yeah.
that. I'll be like, check out that nugget.
That looks like a good
Yeah, it
nugget.
looks like a good nug.
But is it a nugget?
Well, that's the thing. I was getting roasted. Everyone was like, you know how trolls come along? I'm
Yep.
like, fuck off. They're literally like, that's a chicken tender. Nice, but that's a chicken tender. I'm like, okay.
Everyone gets
let me,
so offended.
Let me eat my chicken in peace. Like, I'm literally doing nothing wrong but hooning a chicky nug in my car.
Would you consider becoming one of those, what are they called? Mukbangs, where you just eat in
I would
front of the
love
camera?
that. When I post videos of me eating Uber Eats hungover, they go off.
I love that.
And it's like the shittest lighting you've ever seen. It's like backlit. I'm like, like hideous in my
POV.
robe. Like, yeah.
POV?
What's that? Point of view. Yeah, so
So,
it's sitting
yeah,
like
it's just
that.
the food? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. It's like a
POV
GoPro on
of
like
the
a
food.
forehead.
Okay.
Or like on a nose, and it just
Just like, yeah, they seem to go well. I think it's more because I pick the weirdest shit when I'm hungover. You know, most people
yeah.
would be like burger and chips.
Yeah, yeah.
Or so,
You
you know,
want
something.
grease.
I'll like get like a fucking, like a pasta and then like a brownie and like a baguette.
a baguette.
Oh,
That's like
wee wee.
pregnancy cravings.
Yeah, well, I'd hope not, but
Because she'd been binge
Who
drinking
wants a brownie when? Oh yeah,
you gotta have
yes.
something. You gotta have something sweet.
for the baby.
No,
You gotta have savoury and then sweet.
That's mental. That's serial
Nah,
killer.
savoury and sweet. I'm
Yeah.
on that.
Oh, you
What?
can't.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? You have chippies and a burger and a Coke. Oh, I guess Coke sweet. Is that what you
No,
mean?
you
Yeah.
have like
But then you
dinner and
gotta-
dessert,
yeah.
brother.
I'm not having dessert when I'm hungover.
I am.
I am.
I'm having everything. I also do orders of like, I'm not even exaggerating, like $40 just on liquids. Like I'll order like water, Powerade, like a kombucha, like a Sprite, a Coke Zero, maybe like a Gatorade,
Where from?
like Coles,
Oh,
Woolworths.
Bro, maybe you've got like a parasite that tells you what you want to eat.
Yeah, like I get
You're being controlled by a worm.
a lot of
It's a
cravings
tapeworm.
when I'm
You've got a
hungover.
tapeworm that's drinking all your fluid.
Potentially. Potentially, yeah.
That's wild, yeah. Uber Eats gets big quick. Like you're like, oh, we'll buy a few things, and you're like, how did it get to like $120? You're like,
I would hate to see how much I've spent on Uber Eats.
Oh.
Or like how many orders I've done. I'll be like, oh, it's lunchtime. Can't be fucked leaving the house. Fuck it. And then I'll just order something
All the
on like
time.
a Tuesday.
All the
during
time.
COVID, I reckon I held up the economy
Oh,
just
yeah.
on Uber Eats.
Oh, yeah.
So much. It was the only joy you had.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
what's for
true.
dinner?
Or your daily walk with a coffee. You know how
Yeah.
some places were
Yeah.
open for a coffee?
So good. And that was your only socialising. You'd have to like linger at the
In
counter.
your bubble. You're only
You'd
allowed
be
your
like,
small
skim
bubble.
cap and what have you been up to? They're like, get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
leave now.
And you try to entice them in, like with like lollies and stuff. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe pick that up. And then there's another one further on. You're like, pick that up. And then when he's in, you shut the door. You're like, oh,
I'm
let's
in
play
here.
FIFA together. And they won't sometimes. But I've got a thing with Uber Eats. It depends on the day and depends where I'm ordering from. But often I won't order drinks with my food because I don't want it to make my food cold.
I do hate that when it's in the same bag.
It's in the same bag, and they don't give a fuck if I'm eating a cold burger.
Oh no, that's the only problem is that because you usually go 10 to 20 minute order. You go, okay, I'm not going to go anything over 40 minutes. But then if it's raining and
Yep.
they get delayed. Like I had that with Mexican, and my burrito arrived like ice cold.
I don't think you can just call your delivery driver a Mexican?
My burrito.
Okay,
Stand corrected.
Okay, sorry. Okay, oh, you meant
And it just arrived like freezing.
The
I was
worst-
like,
it freezing.
yeah.
The worst one I got in the last month.
Visa issues.
I got a pizza delivered. This guy must have fallen over. This pizza couldn't have been more fucked up.
Oh, it's just on the side.
Like there was no
Yeah,
toppings
when
on
the
it. It was like he
cheese
took it
slides
all
off.
off,
Yeah.
and then it was just like weird bread on one side and then toppings on the other side. I was like, the nerve that he came to my door and still gave me this.
Did you report it?
I ate it.
That's literally was my second question. I was like, or did you just eat it?
I did report it though.
Yeah.
And then I was like, fuck, I kind of have to eat it. I'm pretty hungry.
Definitely.
And then I had to remake the pizza. Yeah.
Yeah,
Smash it
I
all in
report
one.
it before I eat it because I need pictures.
Yeah.
So you got to get the photos.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
you
Report
demolish
and then-
it.
Yeah, it's
Would,
free.
would you guys,
It's free.
if you were a delivery driver and like a little fry was sticking out, like a little chippy, would you have a little nibble? Would you grab it?
I think I would.
I don't think I could help myself.
I think I would.
Like also,
But
if I was a
that
chef,
is a slippery slope.
I know, if
That's
I-
like trying like cocaine if you're bagging it up. If you're like
Yeah.
one of those lingerie girls or whatever, and you're bagging up all this cocaine, and eventually like, oh, I'll have a little line, and then next minute,
Slippery.
yeah, you're getting your head cut off by Pablo Escobar.
Oh my god.
shit.
No, but don't you think?
Yeah.
Like you have one chippy. What's
Oh,
that like?
yeah.
That's a
I know.
little nibble of the burger.
Now
Yeah.
you're a bit thirsty.
Imagine arriving your Uber Eats
thirsty.
and there's just like a blatant bite out of the burger. No, it wasn't me. No, that definitely wasn't me. And I'm the same if I was like a chef. There's not a chance that I'm like making a pizza and there's some shredded cheese and I'm not going, that's going straight into my mouth.
Did you ever have a job like that? Like,
No, I've never had a job.
never had a job.
I was in hospitality one day. I lasted one day in a cafe. It was too hectic for me.
Cafes look scary. I never worked
Yeah,
in one.
not fun. I was more of a retail girl. Like I worked in
Yeah.
Peter Alexander, you
It's
know,
a
the
better
pajama
move.
shop.
You don't
Pajamas.
smell like shit when you go home. You know.
Yep.
Like
yep.
you smell like chicken if you work at KFC or whatever.
Oh, I do love KFC though.
Yeah, dangerous though.
Oh, I
wouldn't it?
love the Colonel. Fuck, I love Wicked Wings.
They are.
Oh, they're so
Yeah,
good.
wicked. That's why they're called
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, they are. They're bad.
Is that what the musical is based on?
I think so. Yeah.
KFC's
Think-
Wings.
Yeah, I actually saw the trailer to Wicked the other day because I've never
seen it either.
No, I had no idea what it was. I just always knew that like Wicked was a musical. It's like this evil like green woman who comes to some like
I only know about it because our
Palace.
friend Luke Kidgel does a whole bit about it in his stand-up
Yeah.
routine. Otherwise, I wouldn't know it. And apparently,
It's-
the witch isn't very wicked.
It's this. Yeah, it's a
she's
big,
the green one.
Green one.
Yeah.
Isn't
okay.
it the sequel to Wizard of Oz?
Yeah,
or
so
the
she's the
prequel
Wicked Witch of the
or
West.
Something like that.
Oh,
I think it's all about her. Or maybe
oh,
it's
the one
other
that Dorothy goes to see.
Yeah, the scary-looking one with the green head.
That makes sense.
That
Yeah.
popped up on one of my fucking meme pages. It's like people who know what the snow is in Wizard of Oz, and apparently they use snow was asbestos.
Oh yes, I have heard that.
You know, so when they filmed Wizard of Oz, the snow or whatever was just asbestos.
That's so funny.
Isn't that like really fucking bad?
Yeah, it's
for you?
poison. It's
Yeah,
like they used to
okay.
build out of it. Like
Dude, they just
houses
found
and
like this
stuff.
week, like thousands of cubic meters of asbestos all over Sydney.
Yeah,
Like in
they found,
parks
they
and
found
fucking
somewhere in the park.
playgrounds
I used
and
to take
schools.
Fennon, yeah, in the next
What?
to the police
How does
station.
that just get released?
Apparently, they were using it in mulch. So they're just like, I don't know. It's everywhere. Apparently.
Oh, great,
It's like
cool.
this big thing, and they're like, "How did this happen?"
They say if you breathe it in, it's you're fucked and it's in
It's
your
like
lungs
fibres,
forever, and it
right?
like
Yeah.
cuts your lungs up eventually, and you die.
Oh, cool, great.
We
I
had
won't be going outside for the rest of the year then. Thanks.
Oh, it's
You
probably
fucking terrified me.
It's
Great.
it's blown away by then. It's bad in enclosed spaces. We had an asbestos house. We didn't realize it was like a demo house.
Yeah.
When they're like, because we were living with all the lads, they're like, it's going to get knocked down soon anyway. Do whatever you want. So we were like putting chainsaws through it and punching holes in the walls.
Ooh.
And then like one of my mates, the builders, come around. I think that's asbestos, eh?
Oh, so you're like, cool, we've just had a
Fuck, I
demo
just
asbestos party.
Vacuumed it up, though. I don't.
Save that for later.
I'll die later, but I'll die from other ways before that. So.
Yeah, me too.
I have a funny thing I want to bring up. First of all,
Mm-hmm.
the question: would you consider yourself good at making decisions, like decisive?
Very indecisive.
Very indecisive, because my
Very.
friend's quite indecisive.
Shit.
And he sent around a thing, and I haven't told him I'm talking about this, but it's fine. Don't worry, don't worry. So
Okay.
he's getting married.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you.
exciting. Coming up.
Okay, I think I
He's
know
doing
what
a
this is.
bucks.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Classic, right?
Yeah.
This is the most man bucks I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Okay, men very
Do
indecisive.
you know what's happening at the
I
Bucks?
made the event. I don't know why.
He
I
made
don't
the
know.
event.
Wait, isn't someone else meant to do it for you?
I don't think you wanted to give him
Yeah.
that responsibility.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
But-
but they're worse than me.
Ready? Okay. Details for Bucks. 11 a.m. Meet at park. Location TBD. That's the first bit.
What?
Okay,
We
cool.
don't know which
Well,
park we're going to meet
Go
at
to
yet.
the
Why is that a
asbestos
problem?
one.
Okay.
At the
Thank you,
Pacific
thank
Park.
Okay, so we'll give him. He doesn't know the park. That's
Yep.
fine. Lunch somewhere. 2 p.m. That's 2 p.m.
Okay,
No,
cool.
but in brackets, probably a pub. I think I
Nope,
said that.
it doesn't say that.
Well, mentally, I thought probably a pub.
Yeah, okay, you're like, cool, there's somewhere
we are-
we'll go.
You know, if you knew the park, it'd
should-
be easier to find the pub.
I should say
Valid point.
this wasn't all me. This was my best man and my
This is
brother
you
too.
all
we're,
over it.
we're all three
The brains
musketeers.
trust.
Oh, so 3 of you have just got a TBD and
Yes.
a pub somewhere.
Yes, yes,
It gets
yes,
worse.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
that's lunch somewhere. Afternoon. Don't know yet. Probably laser tag and bowling.
Wouldn't you do that before the lunch?
This has also been sent out to everyone.
How many
Okay.
people?
I don't know. Okay, next up. Night. Possibly a cruise for a couple of hours, depending on numbers. So RSVP ASAP. To what? To what do we RSVP to?
The park.
wherever-
Literally, the park is what
To
you're
mystery
RSVPing.
park.
Whether you come into the box,
When is the Bucks?
you just
TBD.
Oh, so you haven't even made a
No,
date
yeah,
for
I think
it?
yes. I think yes. But
We
I was
have a
just like,
date.
this is the most Frenchy invite I've ever seen.
Bro, all you need to know. Okay, I thought.
Well, we can't even
honestly,
meet you anywhere.
I thought that was too much information. I was going to say.
Not enough info, champ.
No info.
At all.
A lot of words.
Why do we need info? Bucks is on this day. It'll be somewhere in Sydney. Just come through and have a good time.
Where? Come through where?
You know what? You've sold me. You've sold
Lou's
me.
back in.
I'm
She's back in.
actually back on his
back
side
in.
because you're right. If I know the date, and
That's all you
then
need to
I guess
know.
you'll figure out the people. And
What do
then,
you need 3 weeks in advance, 4 weeks in advance? Oh, we can plan our outfits? No, we know the date.
Yep.
I'm in.
You've sold me. I think as long
I'll
as
let
you,
you-
I'll say one thing you probably need to organise is perhaps the lunch, especially if it's like 30 people.
And maybe
Mm.
a cruise. I think you have to book for something like that. You can't just rock up to the Mariner.
Yeah.
We're going on the Titanic, bro. we're going to
you're
England.
like possibly a cruise. It's just Rose Bay to Manly. You'll just jump on the
Oh,
ferry,
That's good.
get
That's
drunk,
not
and
a
come
bad
back.
idea.
Ferry, and we call it a cruise. That's fun, actually.
And you don't get off though. You just arrive in Manly and
We
then
just see
get,
where it ends up. I'll keep going back
Yeah.
and forth the
yeah.
whole time.
You just
I
drinking
wonder
on
if you
the
can
ferry.
stay on. Yeah,
That's
that'd
kind
be
of fun.
cool.
They do have a bar on there.
Yeah, they do.
They'll be like, "Do you want to get off?" And we're like, "No,
No, this is the Bucks.
it."
They're like, where have you been beforehand? Just some random park.
That is a good idea. I honestly didn't think anything was wrong with that. I was like, "There's the day."
It was so
It's gonna be
funny.
in
I started
Sydney
cracking
somewhere.
up. I was like, there is
That-
not one decision made in this whole thing.
Yeah, that is like complete opposite to a girl's hens.
Yes.
Like I was invited to one, I reckon 6 months before it was happening, and it was like private room locked in, special like guest or whatever, cruise,
Yes.
after party, but like the whole thing locked
And the
in.
money's been figured
Yeah,
out.
I
Everyone's
paid like 4
transferred.
months in advance. I got one on Saturday actually. That was like not as in advance, but like full like itinerary. That's the word,
it's a
right?
hard word.
Yeah, like full bam, bam, bam from 2 till 5 till 9, and like everything's organised.
Do you have dancers in them?
What do you mean?
Or is it a secret?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Oh, like strippers?
Yes.
Is that common?
Yes, I think, but it's also it's usually the bridesmaids who organise it, so you don't know until you get there.
Okay.
I feel like it's less common now. Don't you reckon?
Now you can get me too.
That, yes. But I just feel like for some reason that girls' hens seem to be, I don't want to say more classy, but like to be
No.
more chic.
I think it depends on the person. I
Yes.
Think,
I don't know.
I think that's the problem.
Like some
Something-
girls aren't having penis straws.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not?
No penis straws at a lot of hens.
No penis straws. You
No.
at least have to have the penis straws.
I agree.
Or put that in the event. Well, let's get penis straws.
Hey man, I'm not organising it
Oh,
now.
fuck, I should have
He's
made you
trying
the
to put-
best man.
Get the penis straws. Write it down. Figure out which park you're going to.
You can't have penis straws at a park.
Yeah, we can.
I don't
They're just
know.
straws from far away. If a kid's close enough up to see the straw, something's gone wrong already.
Just you, like a group of like 30 lads sitting
Can I
around
play
with like
soccer, boys?
with like VBs, and you've just got penis straws sticking out.
Yeah, that's bands. Let's do that. I kind of want to do a dress up too. Have you
Yeah.
been to good dress up parties?
Yes, years ago. I haven't for a while though. Used to get really into them. I went one
Me
time
too.
as that movie Clueless. Have you seen
Yes,
that?
classic.
I went as the blonde.
We have sisters.
Yeah, I went as the blonde girl in the yellow outfit.
Alicia
Oh, yeah.
Silverstone.
Yeah, my
It's a
mum
good
made
outfit.
it, like sewed it
Wow.
for me, and then she made me. What's the blonde girl in Game of Thrones? Khaleesi.
Yeah.
Khaleesi.
She made me that outfit as well, just
Khaleesi
slaving
Dal
away.
Did she
Din.
teach you how to sew or didn't
No.
get that?
I just made her slave away. I've got a dress up party. Get on the sewing machine,
Mum.
Jill.
You
She's
better.
like, yes.
Okay, I think we should probably talk about why Lou is a thing.
Thanks.
The
It's a
goat.
weird way to say it.
Louisa, what's that? Yeah.
Is a thing.
Well, why, how she became the superstar, successful podcaster, actor, brand ambassador,
Keep
chicken
going.
nugget
Enthusiast.
enthusiast.
Yeah.
So yeah, co-host of the We Mean Well podcast. How did that start?
So Jarch and I were doing just like TikToks together, kind of like skits. And then he always wanted to do a podcast. I wanted to do one. And at first we were going to do it around kind of like viral news stories and putting our own spin on them. And
Yep.
then, so we sort of went into the studio the first couple times with that idea. And then we just honestly just started talking fucking dribble.
Yep.
I think we did like 2 episodes that we were just like, we won't air, we'll just kind of get used to each other. And then we ended up actually using, or 2 or 3, those 3 episodes, we cut them up into the pilot. And then that's sort of how it happened.
Dope. And is that
Yeah.
why your fans are called the Bedwetters? Because you're just dribbling?
No, actually, what happened is we were talking about our childhoods, and I was like, I used to have this thing that you'd connect to your undies and it would beep when you were about to piss yourself in the middle of the night.
How did it know?
I don't know. It had like some like little, the little beepers, so it'd connect to your undies, and then it had some like fucking, I don't know, thing that would
I've
figure out.
never heard of that.
Yeah, figure out like the moisture or like I think it beeped when you were pissing. I don't think it knew that you were about to.
Wow.
Because this is when we were like 8.
When R. Kelly's on house arrest, he has those on.
And so we were like, I was talking about that, and then Josh was like, fuck off. I had a beeper too. And then we were both like,
you're both
yeah, and then we were both like, bedwetters for
way.
life. And then
That's
it just
so funny.
became a thing. And then for some reason, we just started calling the podcast listeners the bedwetters. And then now people, because we have the hotline, and the bedwetters call up the hotline and we'll talk about how they've got like drunk and pissed themselves.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
just
Frenchie's
like,
done that.
Yeah.
Nah,
It's
allegedly.
a full thing.
Allegedly.
It's okay.
I
Be
w-
proud to be
I was
a
changing
bedwetter.
the sheets once, and there was like a big patch,
Huge.
patch
Mm.
on like groin height on my side of the bed, not the missus side of the bed.
Yep.
And I was like, that's kind of random that she would do that and then roll over.
That feels like a bedwetter to me.
That sounds
You got to be proud of
like-
it. We're trying to normalize adult bedwetting.
It's not normal.
It's okay.
It's not normal.
It's fine.
I think
fine.
I think you were a bedwetter as a child.
I think everyone was, weren't they?
Oh, I wet the bed till I was like 8, like too old.
I think Frenchy did as well. He just thinks everyone.
I did it on purpose though, as punishment.
You're like,
Because
fuck
mum
you.
wouldn't give me extra dessert, I'd just go and piss the bed. I say, change it, mum.
Piss
Because
from
no,
next
you got
to
to
it,
sleep.
yeah.
I'm
You
like,
needed
"Fuck,
plastic
well played.
sheets."
Well played. But you're from New Zealand, yeah?
Yeah,
Which part?
Christchurch.
Oh,
Well-
we just did shows there.
Oh,
on,
did you?
on Crate Day.
Oh,
You
like
heard of
that
Crate
drinking
Day?
day.
Have
Yeah.
you not heard of
Yeah,
Crate
yeah, I've
Day?
heard of Crate. That's where
People,
You've been
people
out-
talked it up more than they should have.
I think it was a thing, like 10 years ago. Crate Day was like people would get like T-shirts made. And
It was
shit.
started by a radio station, did you know that? To welcome
The
the
Rock.
first day of summer, The Rock.
Rock.
Yeah.
The Rock FM,
Yeah.
playing nothing but rock. Who wants to listen to rock?
Yeah,
And
Crate
drive-
Day.
Crate
with
Day.
Have a
Creed.
great day.
Oh, that's fucking genius, cunt.
Didn't you
Yeah.
used to work in radio? I saw in my research.
In
I
New
did.
Zealand?
I did, and here.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, I
What'd you
worked
do?
in breakfast radio.
Oh,
It's a running joke on the podcast.
what channel?
Well, I moved over from New Zealand and I was on the Today FM night show with this guy,
Ooh.
Danny Lakey. I don't know if you know him. No.
I think so.
He is, I don't know where he is now, on some breakfast show, maybe on Gold Coast. And
Is he
then,
a tall guy?
yeah.
Yeah,
and
I
then
know him. I know
so I was on air with him and then left and produced Fitzy and Whipper.
Oh, you're the producer.
Yeah, behind the
Fuck,
scenes.
yeah.
That's funny because I used to
Yeah.
work for Kyle and Jackie.
Did
So
you?
we were enemies at
Producing?
one point. No, I was video producing. So I was doing like the in studio and out of studio stuff.
Yeah. It's
It's all-
chaos breakfast radio.
God, I always looked at the producers and I was like, you guys are getting punished. Like,
Yeah.
it's a shit job.
You're there at like 4:30 and then
and just answering phones and
Yeah.
the pressure and the fucking
and
content
then you go
directors
home.
going, "Ah."
You go home and you think it's all done, and then at 7 p.m. they want like someone who's been like eaten alive by ants on the show tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Like trying to Google
Yeah.
all these people. Like, how do I find them?
Yep. And then you're like, just call up your mum and you're like, can you pretend you were eaten by ants?
Yes.
Yeah.
I need you now.
What a nightmare. Of a
Is
job.
radio dying?
Nah, I don't think so. I think if you're like a diehard fan of a certain show, you're gonna like watch it or listen to it till the day you die. Like
I think-
Kyle and Jack are still
yeah.
massive. Fitzy and Whipper are still massive.
I think people are just not very tech savvy and they can't be bothered figuring out how to listen to podcasts in the car sometimes. Like, there's
Yeah.
a whole generation, same generation, probably watching TV
Yep.
instead of like Netflix. It's just easy. You just press
Yep.
a button.
Mindless as well. Like,
Yes.
you don't have to.
You don't have to decide.
Yeah, you're just like, okay, this is what I'm listening to, and this is
Yeah.
what's happening, and this
Yeah.
is what music's playing.
Yeah. No, it's like,
Yep.
it's indecisive. You'd like it.
Yeah.
You should get into radio. You should get into radio.
You don't have to make any strong decisions. I've found we never have girls on the podcast.
No,
Sexist
not
pigs.
never.
Really?
You're our second
know.
guest.
Who was the first
second
one?
female guest?
Who was the first one?
Demi, I think.
Yeah, she was in
In
videos.
260 episodes.
Which is-
Really?
Congratulations, which
Oh.
is really a credit to you for being number 2.
Thanks,
we
guys.
screen our female
We
guests
should have
very-
voiced that. It
I
sounds
actually
worse. Now
went
we
on
say
the
it.
Hello Sport podcast,
Yeah.
and I was the first female they've ever had, and they just celebrated their 600th
There
episode
you
the other
go.
day. So
Okay,
I would have
so
been
we're
like,
not as bad.
The
I would have been
goats.
like 580 or something.
The goats. Well, we did have Tom's girlfriend asking questions off camera one episode.
Oh, yep, that
We
counts.
wouldn't allow her on
We had a
camera.
Get your
bogan.
face out.
We
Yeah.
had a bogan psychic with a
Okay.
smoking problem. She did some.
We called my
interviews.
mum once.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've had a few
we've-
female
we've
figures.
got influence, which you
Okay.
can tell.
Good.
And I do feel guilty, so I've tried to find some things to share, like male secrets.
Okay, I'd love
So
to
you
know.
can learn and take something away from this.
Perfect.
Not just us taking, okay?
Okay.
Not just us taking.
As men have done for generations,
Yeah,
am
how
I right?
dare you.
Am I right?
How dare you.
Fuck the patriarchy.
Okay, so this is men on Reddit. I found some of guy secrets. Mm-hmm. Okay. Frenchy, you can agree
I
or
haven't
disagree.
Yeah, I haven't heard this one.
Okay, we will never forget a compliment. I used the same conditioner until it went out of production because someone told me my hair smelled like nice.
Is that true?
Yeah, because we don't get compliments often. So if it's someone you don't get compliments about, like your hair or like your looks,
Yeah.
oh shit, what's
So if you
up?
see a man in his like 80s wearing like a bowler hat or something, a lady back
The
then
1900s.
told him it looked
Told him
nice.
that.
And he's like, this is staying on.
That's great to know because I love dishing out compliments.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
I'm just going to start saying
because we
things.
haven't got any yet. We've been hanging out for an hour. What the fuck?
You're like, okay, Lou hates it. No,
waiting for the
actually,
compliment,
you went to the
waiting.
bathroom and I said, hey, that's a cool wallet. I love Pokemon.
She did say that.
When I'm in the
actually.
bathroom, what good is that to me?
Sorry. Well, I'm telling you now.
But you know why? I've still got this wallet because someone said that to me.
There you go.
That's the whole
Let me
thing.
have a look
Totally,
at that.
that
Is that a
is
little
true.
Pokemon? Is that a little
100%.
Pikachu?
I
No.
can never get a normal wallet now because I had one like fucking Ninja Turtles one. Everyone's like, dope wallet. I'm like, oh, that's
This has
me.
been loved.
That's me done.
Like this has been
Oh, yeah.
absolutely loved.
Yeah, all my shit's fallen out. It's definitely.
That's seen some things.
Like, I can't
Oh,
even.
yeah.
Nothing.
That
can
has
keep in.
seen some things.
Okay. Dudes can be friends for years and not know each other's real names.
Yeah, what is it? Jarch literally will say, oh, in the weekend I'm hanging out with fucking Bolsy, Dodsy, Django, Patango, Ladsy. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, it's just their nicknames. I'm like, do any of them have real names like Peter, John, Blake?
And they're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
Yeah, Tom. I did with Tom 3 years in. I booked him a flight using his full name, Thomas. He's not a Thomas. He's just Tom.
yeah, that's
Oh.
true. So you gave me.
gave
you
him extra
invented.
Wait,
Dude.
what's your real name?
Jimothy.
No, it's not.
That's what he tells people every time
No,
we go to a
wait,
cafe.
can I guess it?
Yeah,
Yes.
Can you give me a letter?
It's very exotic.
Okay.
Well, that's not really guessing. If you
okay.
get a whole
It's
letter.
quite easy with the letter.
Okay, don't tell me. You're giving Sam vibes.
3-letter word. I'll give you that.
You're not Tom.
No.
Jim.
Ooh, I wish. I like Jim.
Yeah, Jim's a
Three
man
Three-letter
name.
Tim.
Oh no!
Sorry.
Don't yell at me.
Ben. Sorry. Is it Ben?
Yes.
Well done.
I'm good.
Well done.
It only took me about 8
Not
goes.
bad. That
was
was
pretty good.
That was 4.
So is it Ben French?
Yes.
That sounds. Well, you are famous. I was like, that sounds like a famous name. You are.
Stop it. Well, it's
Wow,
technically
those
Benjamin.
famous compliments we've heard.
Told you.
Stop it.
Now I'll give you
Now
a
we're
compliment.
getting
You
back.
just walk
Now
out of
we're
here going,
getting
"I'm
back.
famous, everyone."
Famous name. I was destined.
All right, next one. We don't want to tell you certain things are worrying us because we do not want you to worry too. Now there are just two people worrying, whereas before one was worrying and the other was happy, which is a reminder to us not to worry so much.
Is that like how kind of like men keep things to themselves?
Yeah.
Are you guys good at voicing your emotions?
No. I try.
I don't try. I purposely don't try.
But how? Like, I'm such an open book. If I'm having a shit day, I'm like, guys, this is what's happening.
But but then I'll bring them down to my shit day.
Nah,
I'd rather
that's
just
not
do-
how
That's
it
what we're
works.
I'd just
saying.
rather do
That's how we
passive
feel.
aggressive yelling at the TV.
No.
Oh, you picked
No.
that case on Deal or No Deal? You're a fucking idiot.
No.
That's true though, because my fiance, she's very like she'll voice everything.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then like I almost get annoyed at her voicing complaints because I'm like, you have no idea what's going on
In
up
my
here.
head.
Yeah.
Nah, you guys got to get
Yeah,
better
I
at
know.
that.
Nah, just...
You don't have to do it all the time, but because it's better. What's that phrase? A problem shared is a problem halved.
Oh.
Is that it?
Or is it?
Yeah, but it's also doubled for the other person because they didn't have any problems till you,
No,
you
but
got
you
half of their
can't-
problem.
No, you
don't-
can't go by in friendships and relationships not voicing how you're feeling.
Oh,
Like,
you can.
No,
I've done
trust
it.
me. Trust
You
me.
can.
You cannot.
You
You
can.
can't.
Is it healthy? No.
Yeah.
But can you do it? Yes. No,
Okay,
but
you're
also
technically right.
nature has a way of helping you out. It's called a heart attack. Eventually, we
Okay.
can't deal with it anymore. We'll get a heart
Cool.
attack, and I'm like, oh, I
On
can
the
relax
toilet
again
with a
for bit.
cheeseburger, something like that, you know?
Perfect.
Fine. That's
Okay.
Glamorous.
That's glamorous.
But that's a real one.
That's a real
This
one.
guy
That
wrote
is-
it like he was angry at
These
his
are
wife.
really good. Can you say?
I
I've
got
this
rid of
link.
some.
I've got this link. Yeah.
I went through and deleted the
But just
shit ones.
like, yeah, if I'm worried about something, why would you need to be worried about it too? It'll happen or
He's
it
going
won't.
to screenshot
Because
it to send to his
You
partner.
you need to talk
Then
about
she'll know
it.
I'm worried about things.
Yeah, but you got to voice things and work through it together.
I can just write a sick joke and get heaps of laughs next time I'm on stage, and then just walk home happy till about halfway. Then I'm a bit worried again. Then I'm a
Is this
bit
a cry
worried
for
again.
help?
Yeah, I'm
These are
like,
these.
I need to talk to you guys off here. Something's going on.
Nah, it's just normal stuff. Yeah.
All right, next one. This is deep. We pick the urinal we pee in carefully.
I've got my
I
brain just.
often don't go to the urinal because it's weird.
He sits down to pee.
Bit of me time.
Do you
No,
sit-
I don't.
oh.
I
He
don't.
does.
I
But
do
you
a
go
joke
in
about
fucking
it.
does.
and lock the bathroom door.
Yeah.
Why don't you pee at the urinal?
So the problem with urinals that I find in America, they're different because they have walls, like
Yeah.
slight walls.
Something
but like
happens.
it's not. It's
you get stage fright.
no. I have got that before, but it's more you can see people's dicks.
That's what.
Like
That was
my
literally where my
peripherals
brain
are
went.
good. I can see dicks.
But do you take a sneak peek on purpose?
Sometimes, depending
I don't
on...
want to see it. It's,
Depending if you think it's big or not. Because if you,
Well, you
think
can
that-
see out of your vision, can't
Yeah,
you?
you can see a
if you got a
shadow.
big
You can-
one next to you.
You can see before you get there. There's certain
Oh.
people who you think might have a big one, and you're like, oh yeah, well
and
done.
probably because I'm near this guy and he's trying to
don't
look at my
know, but-
dick the whole time.
But I'm not looking for it. But yeah, of course, peripherals. But like, so what? It's just a dick, bro.
So you'll
Yeah,
go
I'm weird
into
about it.
It's not a hard one that
You-
you got to jump on.
you'll go into where you take a poo and lock the
Yeah.
door to pee.
Yes.
Well, then everyone thinks you're
And
taking
then-
a poop.
Nah, that's all right. They're only weird men.
He
True.
sits down to
But
pee.
the thing I don't like as well is if some guys will do that, they'll go in the stall, but they won't shut the door because they're like, I don't want to shut the door, I'm just peeing. But then you come around the corner, go in
You
the
go,
urinal,
"Oh."
and then you're suddenly in a stall with another man. And then
I-
you shut the door. No.
I hate that feeling of peeing and then you haven't locked the door properly and then someone goes and you go, oh, sorry, I'm in here. And it's like that, awkward.
Is it because we all think like we don't know how girls pee? We think it's like fun, like he's just sharing like under the thing is sharing toilet paper and stuff, and be like, oh, check out this text my boyfriend sent me. I'm so worried, but a worry halved is a worry shared.
That-
And then you put their worry on that.
That happens afterwards when you
Okay.
meet random girls in the
Yeah,
bathroom. You're
yeah,
like, babe, your
After the
hair
pee.
looks phenomenal. Borrow
shit.
this lippy. It's so good. Like,
Oh, shit.
skulls queen.
That's good. That's good.
Okay, moving on topics. I
It
should be in
sounded like,
radio.
so that sounded like a talk show, like
It should be.
an American
I
talk
like
show.
that.
It kind of is. We feel we should have congratulated you right at the start of this, but we will now. Congratulations. I hear you went on a run.
Thanks,
I've
guys.
also heard
Yeah.
about the run.
I don't think
Everyone's talking about it.
I don't think anyone saw it on social media because I barely posted it at all.
Wait, they probably just saw you going past their houses because
Yep.
you ran so far.
So far, I basically ran the whole of Sydney.
So you went for a run with Ned Brockman, the most famous runner in Australia, the mulleted man who ran from Perth to Bondi.
Yep.
How was it?
The funniest part for me is that so he was like 5 a.m. and I was like, oh fuck. He was like, meet outside your house 4:50. I was like, surely we
Yeah.
could push it to 5:30, you know. And then when I walked outside at 4:50 a.m. like half asleep, which I think was almost better because then you're a bit like delusional at the
Yep.
start of the
So
run.
so tired.
He had run from his house, which was in Randwick, to Rose Bay. So he'd already run like 6Ks to arrive at mine. So he
Wow.
must have left his
Showing
like,
off.
4:15, and then we ran 10Ks, which
That's good.
I am not.
What-
I haven't run since probably like June, and then I went for one quick run
June.
beforehand, 3.5Ks. I fucking died, and then he's so inspiring and motivational. It got to 8Ks. I didn't think I'd get past 5, and he was like, "If we turn right here, we're going to your house, and if we turn left," he's like, "You could." Make 10Ks.
That's the way to do it. Those little milestones
Yeah.
for your brain to be like,
Yeah,
oh,
and
I've only got to make it
I'll buy
here.
you a nuggie if we get
Yeah,
to 10
I'll get you some
Ks.
chicken nuggets. So then I was like, I was so tired. I was like, oh, fuck it, we're going left. Because I was like, you got to get the 10K.
Yep.
So then,
Why does it have to be done at 5 a.m.?
he just wakes up early, that bloke.
But
He's
like-
up at 4.
Because the road are you not allowed to do it, run at like 8?
You can do a run at 8. There's no rules around it. He just likes to do it early.
But then does he sleep in the middle of the day?
Nope. He just runs off. I reckon he'd probably run off maybe 6 hours.
Still running. And then
Yeah.
Some people have energy. I'll give them that.
He should be in breakfast radio.
Yeah.
He definitely should.
there's when he did his first big run, he ran all the way to Bondi and he's blowing up. And I remember someone got a tattoo of him.
I got sent this many times as well.
Tattoo of him, this big tattoo of Ned Brockman's face. Only it didn't look like Ned Brockman's
Oh,
face.
no.
It was a bit warped. It was a bit
Where was
fucked
it?
up. I'm not sure where he got the tattoo, but instead of Ned getting tagged in the photo, everyone kept tagging me.
That's unreal.
And the memes kept coming. Oh, we have Ned Brockman at home, and it's
Yeah.
Frenchy.
If instead of running to Bondi, he ran to Centrelink.
You're Ned Brockman from Wish. That's good.
So we have a special connection on Instagram.
It's the blonde hair.
And that's what I think. One of the things that keeps him motivated is just looking at me as a possible future, saying, "Don't the road not taken.
Yes,
Don't take the road.
I've heard him say
You're
that.
running down the
before.
right
Yep,
road.
Yep.
Don't end up like Frenchy."
Yep. We've always said that. We've always
So
said
you're gonna
that.
start running now?
I think I will.
Yeah, you're
But-
inspired.
I thought running with someone, I'd be like, oh, fuck this. But I preferred running with someone. So I think that's what I might try do.
Yeah, I've never been a runner, but the times I have at like City to Surf, I feel like the group
Yeah, it's like the
mentality
adrenaline.
and the bit of competition, your
Yeah.
body wants to keep going.
Yeah, if someone's like, oh, I want to stop, you're like, nah. You know, you
Yeah.
like can
Yep.
keep going to each other.
Yep.
So I might try and find a running buddy, perhaps.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Wholesome.
I don't like running with people because then I feel like I have to talk, and I can't talk. I'm
Well, I didn't-
running too fast.
I didn't think I could talk, but I somehow managed to. So you're just running too
Harbin
quick.
worries.
Do you still
Harbin
have
worries.
Do you still have the video of your famous run?
Oh fuck!
Did you do a famous run?
My friend filmed me running past a bus stop, and I thought I was running fast, and I wasn't. I have it somewhere. I can show you after.
It looks like an old man shuffling. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's bad. I'm definitely. If I didn't tear my groin, I would be running fast the next run. But I've got a week or two of rehab till I can get back on there. I'm gonna have to move topics. Taylor
Swift
Swift's
change.
in town. Taylor Swift's in town.
Yep.
Do you like her? Are you going to concert? Thoughts?
I'm not a Swiftie. Which
Oh,
don't.
you're about to
don't.
get cancelled.
I know, probably.
Is that why when you walked in you said Katy Perry's better? I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
I'll
You
literally
kept
probably get
saying that.
attacked from
You kept
Swifties
saying
for
that,
this.
yeah.
Nah, I think she's awesome, and like, don't get me wrong, I like her music. Like, she comes up on some of my playlists, but I'm just not like I'm a die-hard Justin Bieber fan. Like, I'm a believer through and through. Like, I bought like when he was coming, like the $2,000 tickets that you could get one photo with him and like 8 strangers. Like I bought those, whereas like Taylor Swift fans would pay thousands to.
Do you still have that photo?
I didn't get it because he didn't come. He got that disease.
God, yeah.
He got a disease?
Lyme's
Yeah,
disease,
Hillsong.
with like half his face.
He's
went,
got
like,
that as well?
Yeah.
Hillsong.
Hillsong.
That's his
Oh,
disease.
yeah, 'cause I was like, what?
He
Got
did get that as
infected
well.
him.
So,
He's
yeah.
got Lyme disease.
Well, I might be
I thought
wrong.
that was
Don't quote me
Selena
on this.
Gomez had that.
No,
she had
maybe
something.
I don't know. He's got
I don't
something that like half his face is
No,
kind
I
of
think
paralyzed.
you're right. No, you're dead right.
Whoa.
Yeah, I might don't do
No,
not quote me on this,
Nah,
but I think
done.
it's right.
I think you
Justin
can
Bieber
quote-
has Lyme disease.
Yeah. Yeah.
He'd like no, it's something like that.
No, you're right. I remember
yeah.
seeing that and being like, what?
I honestly like. It is wild though what Taylor Swift has created. Like her
Oh,
fans would be
insane.
the most diehard
Yeah.
fans. Like I thought the Beliebers were diehard. The Swifties, whoa.
She delivers.
She should
Yeah.
run for president just because she can.
Oh, she'd win.
Yeah, I would like to
She
see it.
did set win.
I'd like to see it.
And also now that she's dating the Travis Kelce,
Yep.
now all the blokes are interested in it if they follow NFL.
I do follow NFL.
Yeah. Now everyone seems to be interested in the love.
Yeah, it's definitely. Oh, we all like a good celebrity love story.
We love
hasn't
it.
been a big one in a minute, so I'm glad they're doing
Yeah.
that.
Last one would have been Brad and Ange.
He's such
Posh
a
and Bex.
Did you watch
Posh
that
and Bex.
doco?
So good.
So good.
So
Did you watch it?
good.
Oh,
Beckham?
yeah. Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that was great.
I loved it. I think
I
Victoria
don't care about
Beckham.
soccer that much, but I
No.
really liked it.
Victoria Beckham's fucking hilarious. Like
Yeah.
she's just
She
so
actually
dry.
kind of gets it. She kind of gets
Yeah.
it. Eh?
And he's heaps cooler than I thought. Like I
Yeah.
only knew him as like a side figure, but like seeing like his journey and people being such dicks to
I
him,
know,
I
I
was like,
didn't know
what the
this.
hell?
Smart with the marketing too. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Sexy man.
Oh,
When he-
yeah.
When he shaved
fuck.
his head, woo!
Almost all these.
I don't even know
hairstyles,
which
I was
hairstyle
like-
was the hottest.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. I
Oh.
couldn't pick.
I wasn't sure about his more recent, where he like dyes something. I think his
Nah, he
eyebrows.
still
It was
looks
freaking me
Oh.
out.
Yeah,
But
it still looks
Haven't
good.
seen
Still
that
hot.
one.
I've got a Taylor Swift
Oh
bracelet.
shit! So you're a
Oh.
Swiftie.
us, man. Where'd you get that?
It's
you
on
a s-
I think it was on an official merch site maybe.
No, fuck off. Are you an ass man and a Swiftie?
Oh, mostly just an ass man.
Okay, cool, great.
But I do
No, he
like
is a
Taylor Swift. I
Swiftie.
saw Taylor Swift's one of her first tours, I think.
Yeah.
Really?
Everyone says she is amazing live.
I saw it was back in the day. I saw it with my sister and my ex-girlfriend now, and my sister made me a singlet, and she'd put my face next to Taylor Swift's from the Love Story and had me kissing her.
Wow.
And I wrote, "Written, it's a love story, baby, just say yes." And so I wore that. I thought it was hilarious. But then there was a time my sister and the girlfriend at the time went to the bathroom together, and so I'm standing there
Oh, on
in
your
a
own.
crowd of 14-year-old girls wearing that.
Not a good
Not as
look.
funny.
Not a good
Not as
look.
funny. The dads were definitely eyeing me
Yeah.
off going, who the fuck's this?
Yeah.
this
Moving their
one?"
kids aside.
Jarch and I went on a podcast with Lucy and Nikki from the Happy Hour. I don't know if you
Oh,
know them.
dope.
And we were talking about Taylor Swift, and fuck, it was funny. Like, one of the girls just went to town on her and was just being like, saying all the stuff about the Swifties, and then we were all like, we're going to get attacked by the Swifties for this.
Yeah, did you?
Well, it hasn't come out yet.
Well-
We'll find out. TBC.
Funny you said that because we have a segment we like to do called fake news.
Mm.
And so usually we just make up rumors about them, and we can actually do that at the end too. But
Mm.
before we do that, I want to do a Taylor Swift quiz.
Okay.
But you guys are in on it for TikTok. And the answers, I want you to guess properly. I'm going to give you a question. You guess what you actually think it is. I'm going to give you answers that are fucking wrong.
Oh, and so then all the people, if it
Yeah,
goes
they'll
viral.
be like, that's not true.
And when I say them, you can be like, oh, no way, I didn't know that, or whatever.
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want. I can cut it.
This is a segment we did ages ago, and we said Zac Efron tried to pick up a chick at Nowra Macca's, and we just lied, and then news started picking it up as a real story.
Like,
so
you're
that's why we
dating
like
someone
making.
from now, right? Damn.
Oh, it's wild what the internet
Yeah.
can do
'Cause
these
yeah.
days.
They're seeing out of context clips.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck, what?
Yeah.
And it can
Must
be
start a
true.
Daily Mail article on this.
Definitely.
There's enough gossip, so I'm going to do the intro.
Okay.
Okay, guys, I want to see who is the biggest Swiftie out of you. I've got a few questions
Mm-hmm.
about Taylor Swift. See if you're going to get the answers.
All right.
Who is Taylor Swift dating at the moment?
Travis Kelsey.
Yes, Travis Kelce.
No, actually, it's Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, Pat, I don't know, Pat.
What type of farm did Taylor Swift grow up on?
Christmas tree farm.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No, it's a pig farm. It's a misconception. People think it was. It was actually just pigs.
Love
It's just
piglets. Yeah,
marketing.
okay.
Okay.
What was the name of her first album?
Love story.
Nevermind.
Okay.
Okay.
What is Taylor Swift's favorite number?
9.
69. So close, obviously. What famous Australian did Taylor Swift do a duet with on her last album?
Famous Australian. Kylie Minogue.
No, it was Bluey.
Oh, the
dog.
yeah. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I can see that. Right.
Marketing.
Who did more for the BLM movement, Taylor Swift or Beyonce?
All right, I think we'll end it there.
Yes, Taylor Swift, you're correct.
He told me to say that, by the way.
Yeah. Do you want to do some fake news about her? She was eating at a
That is
restaurant
fake.
near my house.
Yeah, she actually was in Surrey
crazy,
Hills.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, who was the girl she was with?
Sabrina Carpenter.
That's her opener, I think.
She's another singer, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's a real shithole she could have been seen at? Like a dodgy ass club or
Oh,
something?
like eating a kebab somewhere or... Guys, as you know, Taylor Swift is in town and she was sighted at 4:30 a.m. on Oxford Street eating an Indian kebab. You know that famous...
Indian Home Diner.
Yeah.
They do great
dope.
kebabs.
She had the like butter chicken tikka masala all over her face.
It's very orange there, but
Yeah.
they're delicious.
Apparently she was off her face. She's been at, was it Tool Shed all night or something?
Or the unicorn, maybe?
Yeah, the unicorn.
She went
Okay.
Beresford, no, Unicorn, Beresford, Stonewall, and then...
Indian Home Diner.
Indian Home Diner.
Great
Class.
kebabs, though. She got good choice in kebabs.
Very good.
Imagine if that gets picked up. Oh,
So silly. How are we doing for time?
Oh, we've got 1 minute.
Cool.
2 minutes. Oh, plenty of time. Well, that's done.
So what's coming up? What's your plans? Keep podcasting? You're going to be an actor? Any big plans?
I'd love to be an actress,
Ooh,
but
I've
dramatic or
I've seen-
comedic?
probably comedic is the only way to go. Me trying to be serious just doesn't work.
I loved your, what was it, Hanselina?
Hanselina and Gretel.
Yeah, we
we're
had a
doing
full-
we're doing a premiere. You guys will have to come when it's all locked
100%.
in. But so this is like a home movie because I was
I've
quite,
seen
yeah,
it.
little 8-year-old Lou, and it's like 33 minutes long.
That's amazing.
and it's
I'll
like
come.
I was like 8, and then it was like our family friend. So there was like he was like 12, and he wanted to be a director. So he like edited the whole thing on.
It looked pretty
iMovie.
good.
It was actually
good.
phenomenal for
Yeah,
a home movie.
yeah.
Kind of a good concept.
But it is, and so there's Hanselina and Gretel 2 as well.
Oh,
and they're like
the
30-minute
sequel.
long videos.
Do we have to see the first one to get the sequel?
That's a good question.
There's a
I
lot of
should
Easter
probably
eggs,
know
I'm
that.
A lot
sure.
of Easter eggs. There'll
Yeah.
be Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Of course there will be.
I should know that, but I'll have to watch them back to figure it out. But fuck, it's funny. Like my mum was sending me clips, and I was like, "Oh my god!" But the weird thing is that I actually haven't changed that much. Like the way that I act.
You were
then,
kinda good.
The way that I act then, just in like my persona though, is like similar to how I am now, which is so wild.
like AC/DC.
Yes.
Like, why change if you're crushing it?
Exactly.
keep
8-year-old
dropping the
Lou
same
to
bangers,
to
yeah.
me now. But yeah, so we'll be doing that, and then just podcast, I don't know, TikTok, social
Human
media, the human DJ,
Can we get a?
a live human
Can
DJ.
we?
Before we do that, let's just say, where can people find you on social media? What are your tags and all that shit?
I am at Luisa Dal Din. There's the alarm.
Sorry, time's
Oh,
up. We
sorry.
can't get your plugs.
So sorry.
That was the start of the Bucks.
And you're done.
The Bucks is starting.
TBD on where we're meeting though. At Luisa Dal Din on TikTok and Instagram, and at We Mean Well TikTok and Instagram. That's the podcast.
Yeah, check it
Yes,
out.
Thank you for
Yeah. Thank
you for
coming.
coming on.
Hey, thanks for
on.
having me,
fun.
It
guys.
was so much fun.
And we're
So
going to
much
end
fun.
with some human teaching.
Okay.
Yes.
It's a love story, baby. Just do you remember 21st night, September, when I was 13? I had my first love.
That was good.
I seem
a
to
little
always.
possessed. A little possessed.
Was it?
Yeah, the love song.
But too close.
Find you.
It's like Pitch Perfect meets a horror film.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I'll take
Yeah,
that.
no, I liked
That's a
it.
great
I liked it.
compliment.
I liked
That's
You're
a great-
welcome. You'll
I'll
never forget.
I'll never forget that
Pitch
one.
imperfect. I mean,
See you next week, guys.